are you going to be in a long-term relationship in 2024? I invite you to pick from a card or pick a pile, and we will get straight into your reading. Absolutely, you can find a long-term partner in 2024. Pile number 1, you pick the Moon and Stars Tarot, so we're going to be asking, are you going to be in a long-term relationship in 2024? Always trust your intuition with card readings. This is just for fun and to give you some food for thought and clues as to how your 2024 might pan out, but remember this is a general reading. So we have the Two of Wands, the Star, and the Six of Cups. The first thing I'm picking up is this feeling of excitement. I feel that you are at a point in your life where you have made some big decisions, it feels like, in the past, and it feels like you've really got in touch with yourself. You've got in touch with who you are and what you want your life to be like. You're in a position where you're saying to the universe, I'm in the position now to have someone in my love life, to really develop that part of my life. I'm ready for this. You're already ready for this, but there's a sort of, I'm getting the sense of excitement and eagerness, but I feel like there's something maybe in the back of your mind where there's a little bit of doubt or a bit of uncertainty. There's this fear of being overwhelmed by a relationship. There's a fear that if you have a relationship right now, you sense that what you've developed within yourself might be taken away from you. Perhaps there's a fear of being lost in a relationship. This is something that might have happened in the past. But I can see that you're trying to take practical steps towards finding someone. So maybe you're dating or you're on dating apps. There's something here about you making sure that you're ticking all the boxes. You're someone who can take action and plan. You're really good at these things. There's just something deeper within that I'm picking up about not wanting to lose what you've built for yourself in your life, and a fear of losing it. I'm going to pick up a couple more cards and see what else comes through here. So we have the Four of Cups. We've got the King of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Cups. With the Four of Cups and the King of Wands, I'm feeling that passion and that creativity. With the Four of Swords, I'm feeling, again, that sort of sense of inner fear or hesitation. With the Three of Cups, I feel that you will be guided, possibly by a friend or a group of friends this year, in terms of just keeping you aligned and aware of what's going on internally, so that you have a sort of accountability buddy or accountability partner in terms of making sure that limiting beliefs aren't setting you back this year. I do feel like you're going to have support with this. So it could be, for example, that if you meet someone and then you start to have doubts, you have someone to talk to and share your doubts with. It might be that you experience a fear of opening up this year, a fear of sharing your life with someone. So you might find that as things develop, that fear starts to come up. Absolutely, you can find a long-term partner in 2024. It's really just about checking in with yourself and making sure limiting beliefs aren't preventing you from something developing. So I don't feel like you're going to have a problem meeting anyone. It's just about making sure that you're selecting someone who can support you in the life that you've created for yourself, not someone who is going to make you feel inferior or less than, or someone who's going to make you feel like you have to give things up for them. But I feel like your creativity is just on fire at the moment. Your sense of self has been really solidified in the last year or so. You've made some big changes. The word that's coming through to me is patience, to just make sure that you're being patient with yourself and giving yourself the time that you need to make these big changes in your life, so that you're not rushing into it, so that you're not having any negative experiences of getting involved with someone. Any fears that might come up, you don't want to actually experience those. So I feel like it's about checking in, maybe journaling. You could try therapy or meditation, any of these tools that will just help you to be self-aware as you step into a relationship with someone. For some of you, slightly later in the year, I'm seeing May. For some of you, timings really do vary a lot, so just take that with a pinch of salt, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it's going to happen straight away. Let's just pick a couple more cards to see if there are any clues here about this person. So I've got the Sun, the Chariot, and the Eight of Swords. There's this sense of, could you have known this person before? For some of you it could be that they remind you of someone from your life, or that they're a friend of a friend. There's some kind of past connection in some way. They are similar to you in the sense of this sense of creativity and positivity that we see with the sun. They embody it in a bolder way that could come up for you. This is not a negative thing. It's just that you have done a lot of work on yourself to really embrace your creativity and your sense of optimism. And if you meet someone who seems to be even more optimistic and more outgoing and more creative, that could make you feel like you're not enough. And I think it's really just about being aware of this, being mindful of this, and appreciating that if someone truly is stepping into your life and they seem like a really good partner for you, and you can see that objectively, then trust that. If this doesn't happen straight away for you, I think the reason for this is that the time now is to really ground yourself and to get even more of a sense of who you are. So I really hope that this reading has supported you. Let me know if this resonates. Does it speak to your situation? Don't forget to subscribe for more readings, and we'll speak soon. It feels like they're saying it will be worth it anyway. Pile 2, this is your reading. We are going to be asking, will you be in a long-term relationship in 2024? So I'm going to pick from this deck and we'll see what comes through for you. Obviously trust your instincts with this. This is just for fun, but also just to give you some food for thought, and I hope that some of the messages resonate with what you're currently experiencing. Okay, so we have deep cellular healing, big picture thinking, whale and orca elders, loosen your grip, karmic relationships, and you got the love. You are someone who perhaps has been in a long-term relationship or a marriage, or even who has lost someone. Your image of a serious relationship is shaped by this past experience. There's a part of you that holds this dear. However this may have ended, there is a part of you that really sees relationship as meaning a particular kind of relationship, a particular experience, personal history. And for some of you, I'm feeling like this could also be about your parents, possibly. It might not just be your own experience. That's for some of you. To embark on a new relationship for you means examining all of this and contemplating what that means, because it just feels like a very distinct departure from one chapter of your life to another. This is the energy coming through from these cards. They are saying you are ready for this. It's still going to be a big deal though. It's always going to be a big deal whenever you take that step. Some of you may already have met the person and this is why you're contemplating this, and others of you may just feel that it's time to start moving forward in this particular way in your life. There's a part of you that's really scared, I can feel this. And this is why we have loosen your grip. Because it's necessary to do that to step forward into this new relationship. There is this feeling coming up of, I will never have that same kind of connection again. I'm feeling quite emotional as I'm saying this. And of course there is a truth in that. It is true. It will not be the same because it's not the same person. I would say more of the subconscious mind, which is the less rational part, is saying, will it be worth it? Because it might not be as meaningful. Not just that it won't be the same, but it may not mean as much to me. And I feel that we've got your whale and orca elders, so I feel like your ancestors, your guides in the spiritual realms are saying, sharing this wisdom that even if it's not as meaningful to you, it could still bring you a lot of joy. It may just not have the same significance. And I'm getting an analogy here of, if you're an actor, you may be known for 1 or 2 films, say throughout your entire career. Those may be the films that people recognize you from. But it doesn't mean that every other project wasn't meaningful or enjoyable or worthwhile. And even though that's a totally different metaphor than a relationship, that's the feeling I'm getting, the message I'm getting from your ancestors. I'm getting really ancestor energy coming through. So you may have someone in spirit that you're thinking of. It feels like they're saying it will be worth it anyway. There's this sense coming through as well that either you have someone in mind or you just know intuitively that there will be someone this year that you could really develop something with. That could be a really great relationship. The main message for you here is that it will never ever be easy to take this step because you will have to deal with the emotions that come up. But I'm getting 3 months, and I'm feeling that maybe after 3 months you would get to a point where you've processed a lot of those initial emotions and you've come to terms with being in the present and wanting to develop a relationship with someone new. So it's about giving yourself time and space to process the emotions that come up in this experience. But ultimately, I feel like Spirit is saying it's worth it. It's worth it for you, and you can always walk away. There is always an option. But I feel like the main thing for you that's coming through here is that you feel like, would it compare? Would it be worth it? And Spirit is saying that those are not really the questions to focus on, because it's not going to be the same, and you know that it can't be the same. It's not the same person. It will be a different experience, but it could be a really good one. So I really hope this reading supports you today. Let me know in the comments if it resonates, and do subscribe for more readings, and I hope to talk to you soon. This isn't the actual issue, there's something deeper under the surface. So pile number 3, this is your reading. We're going to be asking, will you be in a long-term relationship in 2024? And you have picked the Green Witch Oracle deck, so I'm going to pick a card here and we'll get straight to your reading. Remember that this is just for fun and to always trust your intuition. Saying that, I hope that it resonates for you and supports you. Okay, so we have passion, continuance, wholeness, vitality. I'm getting a sense of grief as this energy comes through, and I felt that also for pile number 2. I got wisdom. So if you felt drawn to pile number 2 as well, it may be worth checking that reading out too. And we have communication. There's an energy of a break in time where something significant happened, possibly in a previous relationship, but it could be another part of your life as well. And there's a desire to have a sense of continuance. We have this card continuance here. And I feel like you've gone through a period of time where you were processing something and coming to terms with something. This could have been a career change, it could have been grief, a health issue, moving. It feels like something quite significant in your life. In many ways, I'm getting that you want to move back in time, go back to how you used to feel, what life used to be like. I also sense that there's a part of you that's wondering if you need to make more changes in your life, and this all ties into whether you're going to meet someone. I'm feeling there's a sense of stagnation here, being stuck in a rut, that kind of energy. You have been wondering whether you're meant to make more changes, more significant changes in your life, or whether you're meant to stay put and keep things as they are. And this isn't the actual issue, there's something deeper under the surface. So it's not really about whether to make more changes or not. It's about something else. And ultimately, it relates to having a sense of authority in your life. There's this part of you that wants to just be told what to do, and then you'll do that so that you can receive what you want, which is to go back to a greater sense of happiness or stability or fulfillment or just predictability in some way, just knowing what to expect in your life. You're looking for this. You're looking for someone to say, you should do this or you shouldn't do that. But Spirit wants you to reflect on all of this and to recognize that everything lies within you. You have all of the answers, and you have to. It is about making a choice, but then it's also not really about making a choice in a sense, because it's not about the thing that you do, it's what the underlying motivation is. That's the thing that's really important. And it's about realizing that you are the authority. You decide what you need, but somehow that decision is really, really hard. I'm getting the word heartbreak. There's something about it that just feels so difficult, and you don't want to make the wrong choice and be in a worse position. You don't want to have that sense of regret, because I feel that you need stability. The guidance that is coming through is to give yourself time and to wait and to not feel as if you need to make a decision straight away, and to notice conversations that you might have this year with people that might make you realize things or guide you one way or another. I feel like that you're still going through a period of processing a lot from this experience. It hasn't ended yet. You might feel that you're out of the woods, but there's still a lot going on, and it could be more personal now. It could be less about the experience and more about you and your past, and also I'm feeling what motivates you. Motivation here is a factor, and also having a sense of authority in your life. I feel like you're connecting to Spirit and asking Spirit to guide you and tell you what to do, but Spirit wants you instead to connect to your sense of inner authority. I will know what the right action is once I connect to that authority, bringing up a sense of why don't I feel that sense of inner authority. You have felt pushed around in life, or pushed from place to place or situation to situation, feeling like you don't, like you're a feather in the wind a little, as if you haven't had much agency. And I feel that Spirit is asking you to really explore that and examine that, and I feel that it's painful, so please get support in doing that. Spirit is guiding you to arrive at a place this year or next year, I feel, where you have that sense of inner authority. Will you be in a long-term relationship in 2024? In answer to that question specifically, I feel like I think it's completely possible and will happen for some of you, and for others of you it might take longer. For those of you, if it does take longer, I think that you will feel that it's divine timing, because you're wanting to spend more time reflecting inward before meeting someone. Transition. Affection. Okay, so I'm just getting this enormous sense of relief as I pick these cards, because on the other side of all of this, you are going to receive the affection that you really crave. I'm getting from Spirit that for a lot of you watching this, not for everyone, you have not received the affection that you want in past relationships. And I do feel that now or soon to be, it will be the time where you do attract someone who you feel really relaxed with. It's just this enormous sense of relief. I feel quite emotional again. But you're in this transition phase at the moment. It's not really about when it happens, it's about the process. You're currently in a process, and this will happen, and you'll feel much more grounded, and you won't feel... I'm being shown that in the past in relationships you have sometimes felt sort of pushed against the wall emotionally, like you haven't been able to communicate or express yourself. This is shifting, this is changing. I can see you attracting someone who's very creative but also very grounded, someone who has had quite a lot of life experience and is looking for the same thing that you are, just mutual understanding, respect, support, affection, purification. You're still in the process or the transition of letting go of a lot. I can see though there's a parallel. You are also drawing in your next partner at the same time, and for some of you those processes will overlap, and for others of you it will be more that you process things, on your own and then you meet someone. For others of you it will happen simultaneously. So I do feel like it is this year or next year, and I just feel that there is a lot more joy coming into your life in this partnership, and a lot of peace for you, which is independent of you meeting someone else. Just a sense of inner peace, a sense of calm, and peace with yourself, peace with your life, peace with your life history as too. So there's a lot of processing for you. I really hope that this reading has supported you today. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more readings. I hope to speak to you soon.